Hey there, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It is the last Wednesday of August. We are at the end of summer, y'all. Next week is Labor Day weekend, and okay, summer is wrapping up. So I want to check in with you. How you been? Did you have a good summer? What you do? It's been a lot going on. I know I posted some things about the film festival I went to. That was amazing. Met all kinds of wonderful filmmakers and directors and producers and even Hollywood actors. That was so cool. And then I was at this fabulous birthday party, and it was like, okay, we going to the Met Gala? What we doing here? So that was pretty cool too. So just all kinds of wonderful things happening. Life is getting busy. I know for many people, school's starting back, traffic's getting more thick out there, and just lots of good things going on. And I know because of that, all the things are going on, that sometimes your focus is not quite clear. So first of all, I'm Valerie McDowell, your writer, editor, author, book coach, and consultant. And I work with writing and time challenge clients, helping them get their stories told, their books published, and their dreams fulfilled. And since about 2019, I have helped over 44 authors go from idea to publish, some in as little as 60 or 90 days. So we've been doing a lot of books out here. So I'm excited. We've got quite a few in the queue now. And just for those who are trying to get their books done before the end of the year, I'm only working with private coaching clients just because of some other things that I'm working on too. So we want to really make sure that we give you the focus and the attention that you need to get your books done. So I've got a few things tonight. Actually, I got 10 points I want to give you on 10 common things that can block your focus when you're writing. Because I know summertime, all kinds of things have come up. You've been traveling, you've been at the beach, you've been doing, and absolutely, you need to do all of those things. But you can also get some writing in. And always keep in mind, you can always have notes, speaking your phone, writing your tablet, those ideas come. And so you don't want to miss them, because sometimes inspiration strikes when you're looking at beautiful things, when you're in the water or looking at water. Sometimes just hearing the ocean or the waves, or, on a thrilling ride somewhere, or driving in the country, whatever floats your boat. But ideas can come from anywhere. So we just want to make sure that you're prepared. One of our authors, the famous Jenny Davis, is writing a whole new collection of things. Y'all, this woman is a superhero when it comes to writing. She's got a whole collection coming up, so stay tuned. It's on its way. But anyway, so I've got 10 common things that can block your focus while writing. Number one, and we all know this one, we're all guilty, digital distractions, okay? You're getting those notifications all day. They're popping up on your screen, videos, you're laughing, you're having a good time. Next thing you know, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours is going by. Oh my God, it's 11 o'clock at night. What you been doing? You've been watching videos. You've been watching cute kids. You've been watching somebody shouting. You've been watching some people that dress and change and do stuff. And it's a lot. It's a lot of good music out there. It's all kinds of good stuff, but it can be a distraction, because if you're not getting done the thing that you should be getting done, yeah, you're not, it's a distraction. Okay. So we need to limit those, set a timer. It's like, for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to have fun and watch videos, And if it takes longer than that, they do have a time on there. Look to see. This is an hour and 15. Use that one when you're in your car and you're driving somewhere, okay? And you need to focus on the road. So at least you're not reading something. Listen to it. So, but be careful that social media, because, with all the wonderful things that social media can do, it can also be a huge distraction. Number two, and this is also a big one, okay, multitasking. And the more I read and learn and do in this world, the more I'm understanding how much that multitasking isn't always a good thing, because again, it is a distraction in the sense that you're not able to focus on one thing. If you're doing 4 things, you're doing this, you're doing that, it's like you've got a load of laundry washing, you're watching kids, you're trying to write a paper, and you're studying for your tests. Something's going to go missing, something's going to go lacking, something's not going to happen, and you're definitely not going to retain that. And will you be at your best? I mean, even if you have to, again, set a timer, and we'll probably get to that as a way to kind of deal with all this. But if you have to, for the next hour, this is what I'm going to do. I know that works for me, because a lot of things can happen in my day. People can call, they don't make an appointment, so they just call me. And depending on who it is, sometimes I'll pick it up. If I'm busy, I can't. But the thing is, multitasking, finish the one task or you'll never get to the others. Okay. That's number two. Number three, and this might be one you don't think about, but it can really hinder what you're doing. So it's physical discomfort. It's like, is your chair comfortable? Is the room you're in, do you have light? Do you have air? I know at times, because my air can make my house a meat locker. So I might turn it down, but then next thing it gets hot in my office. So I got a fan. So, getting comfortable so I can do my work. So I'm not sweating. I'm not too cold. It's like, I don't want to be in here with a thermal jacket on and it's 90 degrees outside. So being comfortable is actually very important to being able to get your job done, to get the work done, to get whatever the assignment is that you're trying to do. So that's number three, physical discomfort. Number four, and here's the big one. All right, here's the big one. Lack of planning. All right. Do you just wake up like, this is what I'm doing? It's like whatever comes to mind. It's like unclear goals or lack of planning for your writing session can lead to just wandering thoughts and decreased focus. It's just like you'll just be all over the place. But if you, as I teach people in my class, we have to get that outline done. It's like, that was how you got those papers done in elementary, middle school, and even high school. You wrote an outline. It still works, okay? Some of that old school stuff, it still works. Write an outline. What do you need to talk about? What are the subjects you're going to talk about? Let's list them, or, if you want to do chapters, what are your chapter titles? Let's have a plan. Because when you plan, don't plan. You're going to plan to fail. So let's have a plan so we don't fail, so that we at least get moving in the right direction. Because even if you just start off with an outline, at least that's a framework that you can now have a blueprint to move forward. Okay, that was number four. Number five, all right, the inner critic. Do you know who that is? The inner critic. It is that old negative self-talk and self-doubt that creeps up quite frequently, especially when you're tackling something new or something that maybe no one in your family or friend circle has accomplished before. And with books, a lot of times people are like, oh my God, you're writing a book? What's it about? Or if it's been a long time since you told them you were writing a book, they may be like, whatever happened to that book? It's like, and then you're like, oh God, and you don't want it to be a thing that you're regretting or you're dreading doing. It should be something that you want to do. So let go of that inner critic that says you can't do this. Like, who do you think you are? Like, oh my God, it's going to be so hard. You don't know how to do it. I'm a book coach. I've done, like I said, we've done 44 books already. I got 2-3 more in the works and probably will do 5 more before the end of the year. It can be done and it don't take all year. And I'm talking even from scratch, it can get done. All right. So squash that inner critic. They got to go. All right. The opposite of that inner critic is the external noise, okay? Now, I had some work done in my house today or at my house today. They were outside, so there was some external construction, dirt trucks, this, that, and the other. You may live somewhere where traffic is a big deal. It could be dogs barking. I swear every time I want to take a nap, there's this dog catty corner to my house. You like that word, catty corner? Catty corner to my house. It's just like, do you really just put him outside instead of walking him? Every single time I try to take a nap, like just 15 minutes, can the dog not bark? But I digress. But those are examples of external noise. And the thing about it is, how do you focus when you got all this outside noise going on? One is to get some earphones on. That at least can silence that noise so you can at least focus and hear what's going on inside of you. All right. So external noise, inner critics, we got to get rid of them both. That was 5 and 6. Number 7, here's another big one. And this is something many people are guilty of. And it's often seen as a good thing, but it can lead to an unending thing. I'll put it that way. And it's perfectionism. It's that inability to move forward because everything's not perfect. You've seen it where, with maybe cooking or cleaning or creating a logo, creating a design for something, writing a paper, writing your book. Okay, let that baby go. It's done. There's nothing else to add. No, you don't have to rewrite that sentence for the 18th time. No, we're not doing that. I already edited. Let's let it go. I did a thing on let me edit it so you can be free. But yeah, that perfectionism, inability to let it go, because even particularly if you have a deadline, And I say this for people, maybe you have a job or something, and sometimes it's not perfect, but it's because, you're dealing with imperfect people. So nothing will ever really be perfect, okay? So the thing is it as good as you can get it, or your team or the collective, is this the best? Did we check for typos? Did we check for all the things that are general things we can do? Because how people receive it or something else is out of your hands. But you doing the best you can do, that's key. If you did that, move forward, okay? Let it go. Number 8, you ain't taking no breaks, all right? You trying to rush through. You're like, okay, all right, I'm going to do this. All right, for the next 18 hours, that's all I'm working on. I'm just going to do this. And so mentally, you just wiped out, and when you're wiped out, you can't focus, because passing out is not resting. Passing out because you just wouldn't stop, it's not a good thing. It's like when you're tired, when you need a break, when you need to stretch, all kinds of things. Stop. Take the break, 10 minutes, walk around the block, walk around your house, your apartment, go up and down the stairs, go outside, check the mail, wave to your neighbor, be friendly, do something and come back. All right, always come back. But take a break, because lack of breaks will also ruin your focus, okay? Because you'll just be exhausted, so you got to take breaks. And then number 9, personal issues. All right, personal issues. All right, stress, you're worried, something's happening, your kids, your spouse, your partner, your job, your neighbor, your car, your body, something's happening and it's causing you to not be focused. So, those are some of the things. And sometimes you can't help it. Your kid got sick. For many kids, school just started. And the thing you don't want to happen is for your child to get sick the first week of school, because you're like, oh God, no, I need you to, I said I was going to be at work every day this week, and now I got to be home with you again. You've been home all summer. You've been perfectly fine, but all kinds of things can come up that cause stress. And so minimizing it as much as you can, because you can't always eliminate the things that come up, that are personal to your life, especially if you're in a family or there are other people that you are responsible for or in community with, that it's not, you got to handle that. If they broke down and you're the only one to go get them and you're in the car, you got to go get them, so, you got to handle your business, but at least try to do it with a good attitude. It's like, you know what? All right. It's okay. We're going to shift and adjust, and we're going to keep moving forward. And then this one that you can control, lack of motivation. And I always ask clients before I work with them, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? I am not here to force a book out of you, okay? If you don't want to write a book, it's fine. It's like, I've helped people write many books, and as you can see behind me on my bookshelves, there are plenty of books that have been written, and plenty more will come. So you need to be motivated, self-motivated. I can encourage you. I can coach you. I can help you get to publish. Absolutely have done it many times. But motivation, enthusiasm for the project, and that's key. That's why having a framework, having an outline, working with a coach will help you kind of dig out what it is you want to write about, because it could be that the thing you're writing about, you're not even interested in. It's sort of like taking a job and you're like, oh God, I hate this job. It's like, why did you take it? I wanted the money, or I wanted the prestige, or I don't know, whatever it could be. Or you go on a trip with people you don't like, and then you have a miserable time. It's like, why'd you do it? It's like, you need to be motivated to not just write your book, but for everything that you set out to do. Because when it gets hard at times, and it will, or when you are tired or other things, that are just normal part of the writing process, then you need to have something within you that you can pull on that motivates you to keep going. All right. So now, to overcome some of these 10, I gave you 10 focus blocking factors that come up when you're writing. Here are a few strategies that you can implement. All right. And I've told you these things before. You can set specific writing goals, okay? It's like, whether it's a chapter, whether it's a paragraph, whether it's today, I'm going to think about covers. Today, I'm going to work on my title. Like, I really thought this title, but I've got about 4 or 5 other ones that might work. Or if your book involves research, today you're going to, check all your sources. You've quoted or noted a lot of things in there, cited some things. Let's go back and do APA check. Make sure you've got the right format, because the more you do now, the less you have to do later. So even if you're not writing, what can you do that's part of the book process? Okay. Do you need to research a character if you're writing fiction? If you're writing nonfiction, do you feel free to talk about that subject? Do you need to sit with that chapter, that paragraph for a minute to make sure that it's free, it's honest, you're being vulnerable? Because, what you write, in the way you write it, whatever you're feeling, your reader, your audience is going to feel that too. So being free to share in that. So having specific writing goals will help you overcome some of those things that tend to block us in moving forward. Another one is creating a dedicated writing space. I'm very blessed. I'm so excited. I have my own office. I can write in here. I'm somebody I can write anywhere because I get ideas. So I tend to talk in my phone, or, I was a Post-it girl. Like, I had a gazillion Post-it notes with things so I'm a little more organized now and keep my notebooks with ideas and things. But creating a dedicated writing space, even if it's a corner in your room, it's a big giant pillow you have on the floor. It doesn't have to be an entire room. You may not have that availability, but having at least some special space or somewhere where you can just go and commune with yourself, with your story, so you can just kind of hear the ideas that are percolating on the inside. All right. Another one is practicing mindfulness. And that's, again, where you're kind of just getting centered, because a lot of times, for me, at night, when it gets quiet, when all the noise is done, and literally when I lay my head down, whoosh, I get lots of great ideas. I can think about something that maybe I thought about a week ago or 2 days ago, and those ideas start coming. And so, as I kind of become mindful of what is it that's coming up? Are there issues that I didn't deal with that, I need to deal with? Are those things getting in the way? Did I forget something? Did I forget somebody? What do I need to do? And so all of those things kind of help, you to eliminate some of those blocks that can prevent you from writing. So again, I'm going to quickly go through those 10. But hey, I might send it to you as a freebie. Number 1, digital distractions. Number 2, multitasking. Number 3, physical discomfort. You got to get comfortable. You got to feel good when you're writing. Number 4, lack of planning. Number 5, the old inner critic. Number 6, the external noise. Number 7, perfectionism. Do we need to let go of perfectionism? We want you to do it as perfect as possible. We want a great job. We want the best job, an excellent job, but not to the extent that you're driving everyone crazy because it's not exactly perfectly the way that you see it in your mind's eye. All right. It's okay. Number 9 or number 8, lack of breaks. You got to take a break. You're human. You need to plug in. Okay. You get to recharge. Just like your phone dies, your computer dies, the lights, everything dies when it runs out of juice. So do you. Recharge. Take a break. You'll be okay. Number 9, personal issues. Sometimes things we can't control, people we can't control, situations we can't. They just happen, and you got to deal with it. It's okay. Deal with it. Come back to writing. And then number 10, lack of motivation. This on you, not on me. I'm not forcing you, like I just said, to write a book. If you want to write a book, I'm absolutely available to help you. But if everything else is going on that's blocking you, preventing you, you're not motivated, you just need to talk to somebody, that's not the point. Okay? If you need to talk to somebody, family, friends, therapy. Okay? And granted, I will listen and talk and offer some of those things at times. However, my main goal as a book coach is to get your story written, printed, published. All right. And we want to help you fulfill some dreams. So I am Valerie McDowell. I have enjoyed sharing these blockers to your writing tonight on Write It Out Wednesday. It is, like I said, the last Wednesday of August. It is next time I see you will be in a new month. So I just want to thank you. I hope you've had a great summer. And if you want to be one of my private coaching clients as we wrap up going into the end of this year, you need to hurry up. I've only got 2 spots left. And so we're going to be doing really intentional and intense work individually with a few people. And I'll be coming up with some new stuff for our new year. All right. So I want to thank you for joining me. I'm Valerie McDowell, your writer, editor, author, book coach, and consultant. And I'll see you soon.